Hey guys, Soleno here from PlayToEarn.net. In this video, we'll be talking about a couple of games on another Layer 2 scaling platform on Ethereum called Immutable X. I'll be listing down 5 games that are live right now on Immutable X so you can give them a try if you want. So without further ado, let's get to the video. First things first, if you don't know about Immutable X, it is a Layer 2 scaling solution for NFTs on Ethereum. It boasts near instant trade confirmations and very low gas fees, which are a night and day difference from gas fees on Ethereum mainnet. It has been around for a while and is even partnered with one of the older PlayToEarn games, Gods Unchained. They also plan on working together with Illuvium, another big name in the PlayToEarn scene. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the list. The first game on our list is Crypto Spells. Crypto Spells is a digital trading card game similar to Gods Unchained. Like you would expect from trading card games, in Crypto Spells, you collect cards that you can use to play with others. And since these cards are NFTs, you can also freely buy, sell, or trade them anytime you want. The cards have 4 levels of rarity, which also affects how many of the cards will ever exist or be in circulation. The 4 rarities are Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Legend. Bronze cards have an unlimited supply, Silver cards have a supply of 9,999, Gold cards have a 999 limit, while Legend cards will only have 19 in circulation. These rarities also decide how many of each card is allowed in your deck, with Legend cards being restricted the most. For the gameplay, if you've played any other card game before like Hearthstone or Legends of Runeterra, then you have a good idea how this works. Each player places cards on the field, fighting the units that opponent places down and take turns fighting. The ultimate goal of the game is to make your opponent's life points hit 0 before they do the same to you and you win the match. Cards also have stats which will affect how they perform when attacking other cards or when receiving an attack themselves, so you will have to keep that in mind. The game is live right now and it has a free-to-play feature, so if you want to try it out, you can download it on the Google Play Store. The next game on our list is called My Crypto Heroes. My Crypto Heroes is an RPG battle game where you play as historically inspired heroes to go on quests, find rare items, and battle against other players for a chance at rewards. There are 2 modes in this game. There's a PvE mode where you send your team into dungeons to explore, find rare loot, and collect experience points. PvP mode is for people who are a bit more competitive, where you can join tournaments that are tailored to the participants' strengths. The top performing players on the ladder of course receive great rewards. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. You just need to set your team up, give them their equipment, and the fight happens automatically. You can watch the fight as it unfolds, and there is a turn-based breakdown. This can help you see how your characters perform. The characters you use in the game, the items you equip on them, and the loot you find in dungeons are all NFTs, so they are freely tradable at any time. If you get a rare one, it might even fetch a high price on the markets. You'll need an NFT to play the game, but in case you don't want to invest your own money and just want to try it out, you can rent an NFT from an owner. This way, you don't need to pay anything up front, but instead you just share whatever you earn at a fixed rate with the NFT owner. This is their version of a scholarship system like an Axie. If you are liking this list so far, you can always check out our website at PlayToEarn.net. We have different categories you can search from so you can actually find what you're looking for. Now let's get back to the video. The third game on our list is Brave Frontier Heroes. Brave Frontier Heroes is actually a crossover of the mobile game called Brave Frontier and the second game on this list I just talked about, My Crypto Heroes. This game combines the gameplay of Brave Frontier with the game economy of My Crypto Heroes. Brave Frontier Heroes is also an auto-battler type game, so you just collect characters, put equipment on them, and position them before the fight begins. Combat happens automatically and you just have to wait till the fight is over. Fights are 5v5, so you can put a maximum of 5 units on your team for each match. There's also an elemental system in the game you have to consider, where certain elements will deal more damage to others, kinda like the type system in Pokemon. The main game loop revolves around obtaining equipment from quests, leveling your characters, and fighting stronger enemies as the game progresses. The units and equipment you get in the game are also NFTs, so they are tradable between players freely. If you get a rare piece of equipment or a rare character, you can even sell these for a higher price. There are PvE and PvP modes in the game, so you can choose how competitive you want to play. Since it draws elements from My Crypto Heroes, you can see the similarities in terms of gameplay and mechanics. The graphics remind me a bit of the Final Fantasy series, which has a certain charm to it. If you want to try the game out for yourself, you can download their app on the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Up next on our list is War Riders. War Riders is an MMO game of earning cryptocurrency and blowing up cars. In this game, players explore the wasteland using war vehicles they can build themselves in the hopes of finding benzene, the game's token. If you encounter other players' cars, you can even fight to the death. All vehicles in the game are NFTs and are highly customizable to whatever the player likes. You can change their color, body parts, wheels, and even their guns. You can also install additional equipment and even put a personal message or logo on your vehicle. Vehicles come in 3 rarities, which are regular, mid-grade, and premium vehicles. The supply is smaller the rarer the vehicle is. For premium vehicles, there are even more special vehicles you can get which are extremely rare and limited, like Lambos, car tanks, and hovercrafts. Each vehicle comes with specs that determine its performance. These are engine size, armor, benzene tank, main gun slots, additional gun slots, and additional equipment. There are 4 main weapon types in the game. These are machine guns, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, and lasers. The type of weapon your car has will of course affect how much damage it does and how fast it shoots. The main goal of the game is to earn more benzene than all the other players. You can use your vehicle to mine the game's token benzene by driving through the wasteland. The tokens appear in random locations, and to redeem them, the player has to return them to their garage. Garages are similar to land NFTs in other games, and most of the garages in this game have already been bought. But don't worry, there is a garage rental system for people who don't have their own. This is also convenient if the garage is close to the area you're exploring. The game actually reminds me of another game I used to play in the past called Twisted Metal. If you've also played that in the past, you have a good idea how this plays. If you want to try out the game now, it is available to download on Windows, Mac, and Linux. And for the last game on our list, we have Crypto Assault. Crypto Assault is a multiplayer strategy game where players fight it out in a 3D world to see who can secure the best territory and mine the most resources. The game reminds me a bit of old RTS games like Command & Conquer Generals or Red Alert. If you've played any of those games before or are familiar with other RTS games, then this shouldn't be new to you. The main way the game plays is you place units on the overworld and conquer territories as you go. You can place all the units you want and you can control them to move around. There are air units like choppers and land units like tanks, and real-world limitations apply to these vehicles. Like obviously, tanks can't go over water. Another aspect you have to consider is while you're moving your units and trying to take territories, all other players are doing the same thing in real time. Yes, you heard me right, the whole game is happening in real time. So if you aren't careful with your strategies, people can easily conquer your territory. Every unit you have owns the radius of land around them, and players are rewarded daily with Ethereum based on the amount of land they own. The world is also divided into rings, with each ring getting smaller and closer to the center. The closer you are to the center, the higher the potential rewards. If you want to try the game out, you can check out their website. You can play the game straight from your browser. And that's a wrap for today's list of games. If you were curious about Immutable X or the games you can play on that network, then I hope this list helped you out. Which game on this list would you play? Let me know in the comments. And for more info on everything about blockchain games, check out our website at PlayToEarn.net, where we have the largest database of games that have all the info you need. That's it for today. See you next video.